have a box from Dick Blick and I want to open it with you. It came yesterday, and so there's a Christmas gift inside. There's things to make, some holiday gifts, and let's see what else there is. I know there were a few things back ordered, but let's open it and we can see what they did send. Okay, all right. I think I will set this over on the side. There's good stuff. There's good stuff. And then we can take a look. This is a Christmas gift. This is for my grandson. I just got the small set to see if he notices a difference. But that's what that is. And if he likes them, then I will get a bigger set. But I thought I'd start with these. Plus, these are really good for travel. This size seemed really good for travel. And they're traveling for the holiday. And so I wanted to make sure that they had this. This is masking fluid, which I've never used. But in this book, this deck, there's one of the, I think it's just one. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's this one. Yeah, this one uses masking fluid, and I never had it, and I thought, oh, that might be kind of fun. So I picked up, since I've never used it, I thought that's a fun experiment. So I just bought the Daniel Smith, and it has all these extra applicator kits. And I really have no idea how to use it. So when I do use it, I will film it because it's like I'm brand new to using it. And so I'm kind of excited about it, actually. I got this. It's a new sketchbook. It's that same art creation by Royal Talens, because I realized that this sketchbook that I've been working in is, you know, just has maybe 20 more pages in it. And so I wanted to make sure that I had one. So this is where I am. This is where I am in this. And so I got a new one. Oh, and I got this bigger one, and I thought I was getting the same size, but obviously I'm not. I didn't. Interesting. Okay. Well, I probably will not open this until I'm done with other ones. Although I had an idea that I wanted to do a sketchbook that was just faces and people. So maybe that's what this sketchbook will end up being. Wow, this was kind of a mistake, but kind of a, I don't know, kind of a fun mistake, right? Yeah, maybe that will be the people one. It's a little bent up here, but it's all right. They get bent up, I mean, when I use them. Anyway, I'm not very good at doing people, and so I wanted to practice. So maybe that will be that. More brushes. Okay, this is these Simply Simmons that I really liked. I got 2 more of the 6, which is this, which I really like. So 2 more of the 6, and I got 2 2s. And these are round hog bristle brushes. And I have a 4, which I really like, which maybe I'll get more of. But so 2 2s and 2 more 6s. I just am really loving these. I love the way they feel. I love how light they are. So that's fun. That's nice to get. Oh, I got this, which is Liquitex Heavy Body Chromium Oxide Green. And let's see, we can open it up. Can you see? Oh, there you can see, maybe see a little bit of that, that cap. It is, so I had bought the Jenkins green that Ann Livingston recommended, but then I wanted to try this Chromium Oxide green, a sort of a more, I don't know, muted green. This kind of reminds me of the color of, you know, the color that copper turns when it turns green. I feel like that, it looks like that a little bit. So I also don't use Liquitex Heavy Body acrylic, and I'm interested to try that too. So that was like also color plus the actual paint. And then I bought many of these little square, let's see, how many did I buy? Nine of them, and they were like on super sale. My book club wanted to do individual gifts for everybody, and so I decided that I would paint. I do this series of paintings called Support Animals. I'll drop a photo in, and I want to create an entire body of work of those and photograph that work, and then apply to do a whole studio show in my region with that work. And so I'm going to use these, and they will be given away, but I will photograph them, and I will use these to be the application. And the application is due in January, so I just have about a month to finish these. I have less than that because I need to get them. I need to give them away. But this is, we will be working on these because this needs to kind of happen kind of fast. When I do these, I don't have any. They're on smaller canvases, thinner, because they're given to me. I do them for a vending machine, an art vending machine in my area. And so the concept is already there, and the whole concept for the show will happen, but that's what these were. So nine of these. So that's all of it. A sketchbook I didn't know that I ordered, a smaller sketchbook that I did know, some masking fluid, some paint, some paintbrushes, and a Christmas gift. That's a pretty good art haul. That feels pretty good. That's nice. That's nice. And fun, honestly, fun. It's always fun to like get new surfaces and then give them away. I guess is what I'll be doing, giving them away. But yeah, that's exciting. I'm excited. I'm excited about all of this actually. Yeah, so here we go. I'm gonna open up this. This is my color notebook, so sketchbook. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch this Chromium Oxide green in there. I think that will be satisfying to do. Oh, this brush is a mess. Let's see what I can find. This one's okay. It's nice. It's nice. Let me get some white, and let's get that Jenkins green, and then we can mix, we can see the difference. Let's get some white. All right, so that's the Chromium. This is the Jenkins. Oh, brushes. Similar but different. This is more like a pretty forest to me, like a pine tree green. Both pretty, both really pretty. Let's add some white. Just gonna, this white's not all that white, but whitish. I'm gonna just put it on there. Oh, that's nice too. Kind of a gray green in a way. Yeah, I kind of like that. It's pretty. Oh, interesting. This is different. This is more like a pretty mint, right? Kind of like a, I don't know, it reminded me of like oh, bridal shower mints. They probably don't, no one probably has those anymore, but do you remember those colors, those pastels that were also a little chalky looking? Yeah, pretty though. Pretty. Both of them are pretty and different. They are different. Fun, really fun. I'm gonna try it also with a little bit of yellow because I'm always curious like what it looks like with a little bit of yellow. My yellow's not very clean either, so we'll I have new white and I have new yellow. I just haven't gotten it out. So put a little yellow here, put a little yellow here. It's fun. This is the Chromium Oxide. Oh, it brightens up nice. It's pretty. And then this is the Jenkins. You know, I don't have the famous green, the hooker's green. I don't even have that. I don't know. If you think I should get that, let me know. I've always just made my greens. So, actually kind of like this. This is very grass green, although that, I do see that color in nature. Yeah, that's kind of fun. Isn't that fun? Also fun just to test them, isn't it? Testing paint is a pleasure. Fun. Fun. I love it. I love it. We'll be playing with these some more for sure. All right. All right. I have gessoed all of those canvases, and now I'm going to start the background layer. I've gessoed all the canvases and I'm going to start the background layer, but before I start, I'm going to write across them. These will be 9 individual paintings, and as I do them, I'll talk about what it is and why I'm doing it, and yeah, but let's get started. I'm just going to do the first layer and then we'll do the second layer. All right, that's kind of fun. So I'm going to do 3 one color and 3 another color. You won't ever see any of that writing. That just sort of sets up the whole painting that I'm doing, kind of that underlayer and that feeling. And they're just affirmations across all 9. All right, so let me pull these apart and then we will get started painting the backgrounds, and I can tell you more about what they're going to be. So for 3 of them, I'm going to use a gold background that I'm going to mix from titanium buff, yellow ochre, and a little yellow. I already have a cup that has the color. As I mix these, I'm always wondering, does this color exist? Like, does this particular shade of yellow or gold exist in paint? Like, could I buy it? I never know that. Yeah, that's the one disadvantage of not having a big art store near me. So I'm going to set these to the side because I know I'll need to add, and we can get started painting on this. So each of these will end up being part of a larger project. I am wanting to apply to have a studio show at a studio in my region that would just be my work. So a show just of my work, which seems, I don't know, who knows if I'll get it, but I need work to apply with. And my book club decided that they wanted to exchange gifts. So I thought, oh, okay, I can do both of these things. I think I will go ahead and do the sides. The whole idea of the project is called Affirmation House, and I have been making these, what I've been calling support animals, for a art vending machine in my town. I've made bears, I've made squirrels, anyway. But I want to create an entire installation that is centered around feeling good, all with these animals. And so for my book club, I'm creating 9 small paintings, one for each member. And then I will photograph these, and these will be the portfolio pieces that I use to submit to do that show. Although I'll be giving these away and I'll have to, recreate them. But I would be recreating them really anyway, because I want larger scale. These are very small because we're just doing small gifts for our book club. But the small scale is what I've been doing for the vending machine. So I think that I'm comfortable. And so they're Christmas gifts. They are these really sort of poppy, cartoon-like in a way, fanciful animals. They are, these will all be, they are all named. I have done that in a lot of different ways on my Instagram. When I'm doing them, I'll often ask people what is the name of their grandmother, or what was the name of their first friend, what was a favorite aunt, and people volunteer their names, and then I name them that. These, which has been really fun, is really fun, and that is how I'll probably do the Affirmation House animals. If I get the show or I get the opportunity to do it, then I will probably name them in that way. They all have an affirmation that goes with them, and that will be, so their name will be written on the side, and then the affirmation will all be on the side too. It's a good first coat. It's pretty. I'm going to do 3 in this yellow. As you can see, I do not have enough. So let me make some more. Yeah, so, and there's other elements to the show that I think are really fun. Years ago, when I worked for Carlson Marketing Group, I used to do incentive travel, which is like, if a sales team for like, I don't know, Oracle, that was a big client of ours, if they reached their goals, then they would be able to go on a trip. And so I did a lot of custom design for those trips. And one of the things I did was a trip to Australia. And when you open the box, I had hired a voice actor, and there was a mechanism in the box that when you open the box, it said, you know, "G'day, mate," or whatever. You're going to Australia. Anywho, I want to use that same kind of technology, which now I think is not new at all, which is great. You know, I used that 20 years ago, so it should be easier for me to find. And when you open a cabinet, my painting will be in there, and you'll open the cabinet, and then it'll say the affirmation. Not on all of them, just a couple of those. It's a collaboration between myself and my husband. He'll make the cabinets, but that's part of it. And then small pieces and big pieces. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited just to even think about it, so that's fun. Whether I get it or not, it's just fun exploring the possibility, and so that has been worthwhile. And then when I had this opportunity to paint, to do gifts for my book club, which we've never done before, so this is new, but I've known these women for years. Anyway, I thought, I'll make these little paintings for them. Not, you know, I don't usually give my art away as a gift. Sometimes I guess I have. I've done some custom things for some people. I painted my son-in-law's Jeep from a trip that they took in Big Bend, and I painted that scene. It was really fun. But normally I don't give art because you can't assume. But these are so small, they can tuck them on a shelf or, you know, whatever. It's not like some big piece. So, yeah. I'm excited to do them. When I asked my book club, I was like, not exactly telling them what I was doing. And I guess if they're watching this, not that I think they do, but if they were, hi. Hi, book club. Anyway, I asked them what kind of animals, what would their power animal be? I should be clear. So I don't use the word spirit animal because I feel like it's an cultural appropriation of Native American or indigenous people. And so I use the term power animal, which feels less like I'm, you know, trying to be something I'm not. Anyway, so I asked them what their power animal was, and oh my gosh, not that I can paint any of these things. And they don't know I'm painting necessarily. I guess maybe they figured it out. But when I asked, they were like, my power animal is a heron, or my power animal is an owl. My power animal is a panolin. A panolin, go look it up. Strangest animal ever. Cougar, panther. Panther was definitely panther. Porpoise. Anyway, it was like, you're all getting bears. So I don't know. I don't know if I can paint all those things. I can do an owl. I mean, I can paint any of those things. Can I paint them in the way that they would think that they should look? I don't know. That's a lot of pressure, so they'll get what they get. That looks great. One more in this color. That looks pretty good. Okay, so those three are the yellow, and then let's do three that are a green. I'm going to use some of that. Let's see. This Chromium Oxide green, and I think a little of this titanium buff for the next three. Now, normally when I do these, they are very bright colors, like very bright. And I'm toning these down a bit to be more in line what I think people's home decor would be, which seems like a very odd thing to do, to try to, you know, I'm not one of those people who's like, buy a painting to match the couch. But I wanted to try them in some more subtle shades, rather than the really bright colors that I normally use, just to see what that might look like. If I hate it, I can always brighten them up. I can also add the brighter colors to these more muted shades. But I might also just like maybe a tiny bit, I guess, I don't want to say it's a more sophisticated palette, but it does feel that way to me, like less toy colors and I don't know, something a little, just a little lighter. Or this isn't necessarily light, maybe a little muted. That's a little muted. So maybe all those pop colors, but also a little muted. I don't know, we'll see. If I hate it, I can just brighten it up. It's not a big deal. I like this color. I was just trying to think that if people are going to put them in their homes and they're not going in a kid's room, people might prefer something that's a little less vibrant. I could be really wrong here, but I don't think so. I feel like still fun. I definitely will still be using some pinks and orange, so still fun, but maybe a little, I don't know, less toy-like. That's all I could say. Maybe a little less toy. So we're gonna do three of this green. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do on the other three, so get these done. Are you making holiday gifts? Have you ever done it like this, where you're making a gift, but you're using those gifts as portfolio pieces? Has that been something that you've tried? I feel like it's a little sneaky in a way, like I'm, you know, like I'm doing both things at once, but it honestly made the most sense to me. And yeah, so are you doing that? Are you making holiday gifts? Are you making something for your loved ones? Have you made holiday, you know, have you given your paintings away as gifts? Is that something you do? I'm just curious, like, I don't know. I feel like crafters, people who craft, you know, knitters, people who do woodwork, like giving away something like that that's useful seems less obtrusive, like, here's my art, you know, giving someone like a hat that you knitted. But I don't know, maybe you do give away your art. I don't know. That's nice. I will need more of that. See what I mean? They're just a little more muted. They're a little I don't know, like that would go in your house and it wouldn't be like, here's a bright orange thing. Although in my house, a bright orange thing would be fine. I have so many brown things that I feel like that's why I crave color. All right, I'm gonna keep painting the green, but let me show you where I am on the paintings that we have been working on. And then we'll catch up next Sunday in the studio, but let me show you where we are. All right. This is where I am on this painting. I worked on it on Thanksgiving, and I'm loving it. I love the background. I love the way the flowers are. I'm just so super pleased. I'm gonna go ahead and get a frame for it. I do need to sign it, but I just love it. I may add some light over here, but I'm also thinking maybe not, but I'm so enamored. I just love it so much. I'll take the camera so you can see some details. It's just gorgeous. And then on this one, this is where I am so far. I need to, I want to do a little bit more on the leaves, I think, but I'm also loving this. It's very different, but I'm loving the lightness. I added some berries. I'm going to add some more details on the berries. There's bees. It's just super fun. So more work to be done on this, but this is where I am so far. I had someone, I posted on Thanksgiving the bigger painting, and someone was like, oh, I'm so happy I got to see some of it. And it's a real push-pull for me. It's like I can wait to film when, you know, or I can just paint, and sometimes I just need to paint, so I just paint. And that is what I needed yesterday. I had this gold color in my head, and I just really wanted to get it in there and get into it. And so I didn't film or anything. I just went for it. So it is a real push-pull. I'm not always just working on them on the Sundays when I'm here with you. I'm often working them, you know, throughout the week. I don't always have time for that, but the holiday, obviously, I did have time. And so, yeah, when you miss it, I'm so sorry, but I got to keep going. Sometimes I just got to keep going. But I do, I'm loving how both of them are looking. I just am just loving it. And I will take you along on these as I get them done. You know, I'll keep working on them. My deadline is, they have to be sealed and done by December 16th, so I really only have like, I don't know, 2 weeks or so to get them done. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to photograph them and then like do that whole process, and I'll take you along on that too. So it's very fun stuff, and I hope that you are moving into the holiday season, and let me know if you're making something. I'm very curious. Yeah, let me show you up close some of these. Thanks so much for coming to the studio this Sunday, and I will see you next Sunday. And keep painting, keep doing work, even in between. And if no one ever sees it, that's fine too. Let's just do it for ourselves. See you Sunday.